Every time.
You want to use this one?
No, I don't. I want her to stop.
Is that still on T-Mobile?
Yeah, mine is. Can you see, go to my channel, see if it's live?
Yeah. What's your channel called, Mom?
Hashtag BlessThisMesss.
BlessThisMesss.
It says I'm live. I've literally been at Sprint since 10 o'clock this morning. Ran and picked the kids up, and then I had to go right back. Y'all, it has been an all-day affair. All day. I'm so aggravated. I had service with T-Mobile, but my bill has been outrageous, and it was in my fiance's name, so they wouldn't let me. I had 4 lines and only needed 3, actually 2 really, and they wouldn't let me. I could make any other changes but disconnect them, so I just canceled it and went with Sprint, and it saved me about $150. So that's that. Anyways, I have tried to do this vlog all day long and have not been successful. Haley, what are you doing back there? Say hey to the vlog.
Looking up Emmanuel Sanders on Pinterest. Well, why is it gray?
She got the iPhone 8. Hunter got the Galaxy
Right to the basketball game.
8 Plus, and I got the iPhone 8 Plus, but mine is on back order, so I'm still using my old one, which is okay, because I had the iPhone 7 Plus, so mine wasn't really that old anyways. If anybody's watching, please comment so I can see if they're working. I can't tell.
You want to cut this down?
But let's see if this will work. So I haven't caught up on videos today, but I was watching some videos yesterday. Now I don't even remember where I left off in my other vlog, to be honest. But y'all, it's enough to give you a headache. It's ridiculous. Why can't it just stop? Just stop. I mean, it's like in the real world, if you don't like somebody, you don't go around them. Haley, go on my thing and comment so I can see if it'll pop up when you're commenting. If you don't like somebody in the real world, you don't go around them. You stay away from them. Same thing on YouTube. And I've seen so many good people with good intentions be just devastated, heartbroken for no reason. It shouldn't be like that. Did you write a comment? This is the first time I've gone live on my cell phone, so I'm trying to figure it all out and trying to see if I can see your comments and all of that jazz.
Oh, it's working.
But comment, I want to see if I can see your comment. Yeah, I see.
Hey.
Who's honking at me? Calm down. That's not cool. Okay. A lot of hurt people. Y'all, it's not that deep. Do not let it affect your real life, your reality. lot of people, it's not a known fact, a lot of people do not care for Trisha. They don't agree with her, whatever it is, okay? So be it. Not everybody has to like everybody. But my gosh, don't sit there and attack each other. If somebody makes a video, I don't care if I wake up or if before I go to bed I see 50 videos about me. Have you ever heard that the silent treatment works miracles? Trust and believe. It's the best way, whether it's a relationship, an ex you want to get back at, or whatever it is. The silent treatment, it works. It's the best way to get to somebody. Don't give them any attention. Don't give them none of your time.
How do you fix that?
Now, as some of you know, I broke my ankle, which has really threw me in a deep depression. I couldn't do nothing. Gained weight. It's just been awful. So I didn't have nothing to do, but I couldn't work but watch YouTube videos, and it has been a pure shit show. And just seeing the different alliances, people teaming up with other people and this and that, it's ridiculous. I don't understand. Do y'all have stuff to fix you a sandwich at home? No. Alright, check it now, Haley. It's saying I'm live. See me? Yeah. Alright. What was I saying?
It's a SHIT.
Oh, a shit show. See, y'all, the connection is awful. I'm hoping spring will be better. I'm waiting for my phone to come in so they can port my number over. I mean, I'm in the middle of the beach. I don't understand why I don't have signal. Anyways, T-Mobile sucks. But use the platform for, something positive. Everyone has, trials and tribulations they go through. And, we're not promised tomorrow. And I know in my past there's a lot of things, I say, oh, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I wouldn't have done that, or I wish I'd have done this different. I wish I would have said this. If you don't wake up tomorrow, you may not remember a person's exact words, but you're going to remember, Hunter, can you turn that down, please? You're going to remember how those words made you feel, I promise. You're not going to forget that. You might forget the words, but you're not going to forget how those words, Hunter?
I turned it down.
No, it's still blaring in my ear. You're not going to forget how those words make you feel. And like I was saying earlier, I made a commitment to myself and my children to give them a better life. A lot of times when you're an adult, you seek out what you were missing in your childhood. It's not always a good thing. And it's very obvious, you can see that Trisha carries around a lot of hurt, anger, and resentment, and that's something that you have to work through. And she says, if therapy's not for her, I get it. Therapy wasn't for me. My mom put me in counseling since I was my son's age, 8, 9 years old. You are not sitting me in front of some stranger that I don't know and think that I'm going to talk to them. It's not going to happen. And it didn't. I mean, yeah, they got their money for it, but they didn't get nothing out of me. So, but you had to find a different outlet. And mine was music and love writing. Whether it be poetry or just journaling. You know, you got to find an outlet to deal with that. And I understand, you know, she says YouTube is her outlet. I get that. But there's some things, you know, you don't put out there on the World Wide Web. You're talking worldwide. Especially fussing, bickering back and forth with each other. That's not cool. It's really not. If you need to get something out, make a video or a vlog, but, you know, keep it on private. I don't put all mine on public. Some of them are only, you know, for Chad to see. Not all my videos are public. They're still there. Which I've been in a funk lately. I used to do Facebook Lives, and you get in that routine of doing it. But the last 6-8 months, I just have not been myself. Since I went through the cancer, when I got diagnosed with cancer last September, it's been a year now. It just threw me for a loop. You know, you get depressed, you gain weight, you start. I used to be a neat freak, OCD about my house. I lost it all, but you know, it's nothing that you just got to dig out that hole. And then when I got through the cancer thing, had my surgeries with that. Then I broke my ankle. That just dug me even deeper. And I would like to say a thank you and I love you to be for reaching out for me and, you know, checking on me. And like I said, you know, I don't have family. My mom's in Texas. My daddy passed away in November. My fiance's locked up. The father of my children's deceased. So my great grandma's passed on, who raised me. There is nobody. I have nobody but myself and my kids. So I have no choice but to do it. You know what I mean? It's got to be done. I'm mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, and uncle. I'm all of the above. And it's not easy by no means, but it makes you stronger. And that's what my tattoo, you'll see the semicolon, and that represents, you know, whatever struggle you've been through in your life. You didn't give up. It didn't come to an end. You know, you kept pushing and you overcame it. It was a continuation. There's a lot of things in my life that, you know, I didn't give up on, which I very easily could have. But God has a plan. You just keep going, keep pushing through it. And it's just sad. I mean, that's what's wrong with our world now. Is, I mean, look how divided the world is. There's so much hatred. It's crazy. And the end is, I believe wholeheartedly, the end of the world is coming sooner than we think. And whether you're religious or not, be ready. I do go to church. I'm not perfect. But, you know, my biggest fear has always kind of been, you know, you seeing a friend or a loved one or somebody, you know, an acquaintance or whatever, you know, standing behind you, waiting for judgment, and be like, man, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you let me know? So I think about that, you know, a lot of times. Love and kindness go a lot further than hate or animosity, and jealousy is just ugliness. Just ugly. And I think a lot of times on this platform, people take something that's small and just blows it up even bigger. And like I said, you know, Shoot the Shit has decided to support Trisha, which that's fine. You know, like I said before, I don't have any beef with anybody over the internet. I don't always agree with everything that people do and say, but who am I to judge them? What does my opinion really matter, to be honest? I mean, everybody has an opinion, but what does it matter? And I am a true believer in, if you put out positive, guess what you're going to get back? You're going to get positive back. You put out negative, you're going to get negative back. So if you want your channel to be all about negative, guess what? You're going to have negative feedback, and you're going to have negativity coming back to you. You put out, you know, positivity, you're going to have that coming back. And that's kind of, you know, what I try to do, which I haven't been vlogging per se like I should, but like I said, I've just been in that funk where I haven't felt like, I haven't been myself at all. Y'all, I'm gonna flip you around. This is where I actually, hold on. This is where I learned to drive. This is where my, can you see it, Haley? This is where my great grandma, who raised me, is buried. But she used to bring me and my cousin. My cousin is 8 months older than me. And this is where I learned to drive, which I'll drive around. And here's her grave. Y'all, it took me, she passed away in December of 2009. And it took me,
I don't see a Bennett.
Harrelson and Bellamy, right there with the
Mom, can I go see?
flowers on it. Straight ahead, Haley. Hunter, turn that off. That's where she's buried at. She was 95. I'm getting ready to flip it back around.
It's just the same amount.
Alright, she passed away in December of 2009. And it took me until 2014 before I could finally come to her grave. I hadn't been since we buried her. She was the sweetest woman I knew. I've never heard her speak an ugly word about anybody. And you know, I honestly think, like you say, you put positive out and positive comes back. That lady was blessed with a long life because she blessed other people. She never lost her mind. She didn't have any major health problems. She was very active in her church. She went to the WMU. She went and, you know, saw the elderly, the lock-ins, the ones that, you know, couldn't get out of the house to go to church. She did all that. And, you know, like they say, you leave your imprint on the world. What kind of imprint are you leaving? You know, what do you want to be remembered for? Which I don't even think I've, have I brought y'all out here before?
No.
Anyways, I would take her car. My cousin's 8 months older than me. She was born in January. I was born in August. And this is, it's a pretty big cemetery. But this is where I learned to drive. She'd bring us out here. and we would drive her car all around and in the back of the cemetery, which I just cut the front part, but it goes way back there to the back. I've got a friend that's actually buried. I'll take y'all back there real quick. One of my really good friends, we always had a haunted house. It's called the Senior Haunted House in Ainer. Matter of fact, Haley, that's where my kids go to school. We live in Conway, but which is where I graduated from. But I actually drive my children to Ainer to go to school. And she got in a car accident. Hunter, I'm not going to ask you again to turn that down. She got in a car accident leaving the Senior Haunted House. I want to say it was the year after we graduated. And her name was Sheila Strickland. She's buried out here. There are so many people that it goes all back here, that I went to school with that, you know, they're not here. So many of them have died. And we have, you know, it was a pill epidemic here in Horry County, but now it's everybody's on heroin and what's it called? Crystal meth. Whatever that is. And I have had, you know, my struggle with addiction. That was before I got pregnant with Haley. And then I had a relapse after I lost my grandma in December, and then their daddy passed away the following May. So just a few months later, their daddy passed away. And I had a relapse. So, yeah, I was raised in a Christian home, and, you know, that's why my children go to church, because, like my grandma said, you can't tell me when you were doing what you were doing that you didn't know no better, because you did. And I did. I knew better. I knew I was doing wrong. And like the Bible says, you know, you may stray away, but you'll come back to what you know. Anyways, I'm not going to preach. I'm not on my soapbox. But it's just the last 2 weeks, month of what I've seen on YouTube, it just it breaks my heart. You know, Randy was crying last night, and there was no sense in Randy crying last night. What she did, I mean, really? It was common knowledge. Would y'all rather, let me ask you a question, would y'all rather be buried in the dirt, or you want to be in a mausoleum? You know, people are buried in there too, right?
Yeah. What are the boxes in? They're inside a wall.
Yeah, they like slide you in there. Or you're cremated.
I'd rather be buried in the dirt.
Buried in the dirt.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It goes back there, and you can drive all around there too, and then it goes all the way back here. It's big. This is where I learned to drive.
You have to take me here so I can drive.
Haley, you drive. You drive to the store and everything else. But
like a bunch of
I guess, you know, I feel people felt that they were betrayed. There's the little water garden there. We're losing signal now. I'm gonna turn around. Betrayed because, you know, the screenshot. But I mean, the screenshot was not anything that everybody didn't know. Now, shoot the shit. I haven't, you know, I've watched them in the past, but it's not somebody, you know, that I would watch. Actually, I learned about their channel from MFW.
Alright, can we go?
And, you know, the times that I did go over there and watch their videos, you know, they was just pretty much chilling, hanging out, shooting the shit. And now it's like it's constant drama, talking about, you know, this one fighting with this one, and this one fighting with that one. And, you know, they have decided to support Trisha, which is cool. You know, she needs somebody to support her. But at the same time, you know, you can't preach by double standards, you know what I mean? Whatever you're going to hold her to, you know, you got to hold the next one to too. I understand, you know, a lot of people give her a hard time, but what she's got to understand too is, you know, like I said, her words have made people feel some type of way. And y'all, they have shut the gate. How can I get out? Y'all, they've shut the gates.
I think that woman right there did.
He's coming to run me out. I'm sorry. Wow. They shut the gate, y'all. Huh. I had to make sure it's still alright. You know, I heard Pam say the other night that for everybody to stop, you know, making videos and talking about Trisha, and if they would stop and, you know, she heard Trisha talking about anything, you know, she would get on to her. And I think, you know, sometimes you just gotta ignore. A lot of times, I mean, it's okay to give constructive criticism, but if you're just sitting there bashing somebody, that's not cool. It's not. You know, I'll take constructive criticism any day. I may listen to it, I may not. But that's okay, you know, that's different than bashing somebody. So, you know, what you hold one to, you need to hold each person to, is what I'm getting at. Y'all, I have rambled and rambled and rambled, I guess because I haven't made a video in so long, and it's been one of those days. And then, you know, Miss B was upset. Everybody jumping all over her. Randy was upset. And it does really bother me. Miss Fairy Garden, Marla, which Trisha refers to as her stalker. I have spoke with Marla. She's doing live streams now, and as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, looks can be deceiving, but I don't think, she just doesn't strike me as an evil person. Yes, I understand that, you know, she messaged Becca and Sean, but given the circumstances at that time, I think it was done out of, you know, concern. I don't think there was any malicious intentions behind it. Now, as for, you know, the emails and calling the school and all that, you know, it's not okay just to throw accusations out there. I mean, what if you got to put yourself in, you know, their shoes? What if you know, somebody was accusing you of something? Okay, for instance, just like, you know, a lot of people said, you know, Trisha was faking her, her being allergic to pepper. You know, that really triggered her, it upset her. Okay, well, if you're accusing somebody of something that's not true, then yeah, they're gonna get upset. And you're talking about a child. I mean, if I was in those shoes, I believe I would take that, you know, personally. I really would. Hunter, turn that down, you're not deaf. That is all my kids do, is watch YouTube. You got this one listening to Jake Paul, Hunter, turn it down. That's my last time I'm gonna ask you. I've said it 5 or 6 times during this video.
Oh, you don't say nothing.
I don't even hear Haley. She must have earbuds in or something. Free kid, y'all. I need a break. I cannot tell you the last time that I have actually had a day away from my children. It has been years. And when I say years, I mean like
5 or 6 years.
Probably longer than that. I love them to death, but my gracious. And again, that's part of, you know, it's just being me. They have nobody but me. That's it.
I have grandma.
So, grandma, who? Nanny is too old. My grandma is getting up there in age now. Her nerves, she can't handle them. Now, when they were younger, she would, you know, try to take them for a weekend, but I had to be home before they got up the next morning. But, I haven't seen any messages. Y'all, if you are typing in the chat, they're not popping up on my screen, which it keeps saying my signal's going in and out, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'm just here rambling and venting. And then last night in the live stream too, I guess something went on about Witch's Brew with the podcast. And again, I will reiterate, I do not have, you know, no hard feelings against anybody on YouTube. Nobody has personally done anything to me other than what I discussed before, and I'm not even going to bring that up again because, like I said, they would not look at me in my face and tell me that, and they doggone wouldn't look at my kids and tell them that. So, not bothered. Apparently there was a podcast done, and I was lost. I had no clue what was going on, so I went to go listen to the podcast, and I got like a quarter of a way through it, and then the video was taken down, so I don't even know what was going on. What I gathered out of it was that Randy from It's Randy's Life, Miss Randy did not want to discuss the allegations, you know, of Rondi's death, which, you know, like I said, that's completely understandable. My best friend committed suicide in January, and, you know, that's a hard topic, a hard subject, and she didn't want to talk about it, but I don't think that's a reason not to be friends with somebody. Haley is acting crazy again. Can you check it?
I'll check it.
So,
what's it called?
With all this that's going on, and then you've got MFW and Ron had their little spat. I mean, it's just everybody fussing and feuding, and Sean clapping back at Stay Negative, and y'all, it's too much. What in the world? Why can't we all just come together and do something positive? Why so much negativity? Why? But Hunter has a football game tomorrow. I asked you, Hunter, can you tell her to check it? He has a football game tomorrow, and my room is awful, so me and Haley's going to try to get my room back together tomorrow. I have a lot of picked up. How come I'm seeing your comments? For those of you that did not know, I do have my own monogramming and decal business, Cutest Cotton, which is on Facebook, where I do vinyl decals, monogramming, and I also have an embroidery machine. And I have like Hunter, please, son, boutique clothing, which I think I'm gonna do a video too on that, and I'm gonna start doing some tutorials. I just got to get my room straightened out because it is a pure gom. But I just want want to kind of address those things. And, you know, word of advice, if you got videos after video after video after video, just don't waste your time and energy. Don't. Like I said, the best medicine is the silent treatment. And that's honestly the truth. Nothing works better than the silent treatment. So I guess I'm gonna get off here. I'm almost home. I got so much to do tomorrow, and I will I want to do another live stream tomorrow. I want to start talking about my addiction videos, the abuse as a child, this and that. Stop. So if you have any
Can I do that, Mom?
any things that need to be mended, mend them. You don't know, you know, what your last day is going to be. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So love each other. Be kind. You don't have to like each other. You don't. But hate is not a good thing. Like my grandma told me. You're never gonna get anywhere hating nobody. And jealousy is an ugly, ugly thing. Do not talk about somebody's looks. That is like the lowest of the low that you can go. I mean, come on. It looks like a bunch of high school and middle school drama is what it looks like. Let it go. Let it go, baby. Alright, if I have time, I may come back on when I get home and have good signal. But I love you all. You gotta grind to shine. And stay blessed. Deuces.